So in today's video, I'm going to be doing my ranked placements for support after the rank reset, and I'm going to see just how well this new rank system works for placements. If you end up enjoying the video, make sure to like the video, comment, subscribe, do all that. If you have any thoughts, make sure to comment. If you dislike it, do that, dislike and comment. And the Timberwolves are going to win the NBA championship. So we started off our first game very strong by pushing the team back and making decent progress on our payload.
Life from life.
Stand aside. Engaging the enemy.
I'm moving the payload. Feel free to join me.
We almost made it to the second point before finally being held back and getting wiped by the enemy team, which placing my tree better probably could have saved us a little bit more, at least bought us a little bit more time. But in the end, we still ended up dying. We got held outside our spawn for a little bit, but after some amazing work from me and Mercy, we managed to successfully capture the second point.
Adaptive circuits engaged. Orisa.
In the flow.
I'm not budging.
Something for the stick. The tree is falling. Take care.
Busting off.
Rocket barrage incoming.
Almost ready.
Not so fast.
I could use
Fire more
Come with me. You're better off with me.
my rockets are fuel.
In our attempt to push the third point, we traded back and forth, resulting in us falling back and needing to regroup.
Heroes never die.
Life protects life. Windborn.
Rocket barrage incoming.
Stay put. The payload is approaching its destination.
Pushing the payload. My tree's gone. Find cover.
There's one.
Feeling better, I hope.
Enemy spotted.
Brimming with Biolite.
Fuel.
Moira by your side. Not understood.
Once we regrouped, we still weren't able to push the payload, resulting in our first lost round with only 2-point captures.
Misery made manifest.
Enemy turret located. Round one.
冻住，不许走。
On to round 2, however, our first attempt at defense was even worse than our push. My tank and other DPS just kept feeding, which led to me and Hanzo just getting damage boosted by Mercy and watching as they kept W keying into their death.
Cannot escape me.
Long by the silo.
After some surprisingly successful character swaps and dodged widow shots, we managed to finally hold them back until a classic Overwatch ult dump, which led to the second point being captured.
Dragon consume you. Windborn.
Gale the Mahal.
Down. Life protects life.
Damn it. I then swapped to BAP in hopes that added DPS with the Immortality field could give my team the edge we needed to hold on a little bit longer, but we ended up losing our first game, leaving a sour taste for the start of this video.
Payload with everything you got.
Try that again.
Anything else I can do for you?
Surely we won't lose 2 games in a row, especially the first 2 games, right? Well, like a shitty adult animated comedy show, the exact opposite happened, and I proceeded to once again lose, although not as bad. In fact, this game was a genuinely close back and forth. So as a quick rundown, we captured the first point after somehow managing to push the team off the point.
The lone
Then after a quick respawn and rotation, the enemy team, specifically the Hog, picked off each of my teammates, and then proceeded to capture the point.
Let's push them up the point, yes? Windborn.
Junker Queen was then brought back from the brink of death, in which I treed and on a heal canceled them, so we were able to shut down the hog and capture point.
Time to go on a rampage. Let's take him to the
Life protects life.
Targeting that spot.
Basic biology.
Right there. Got something to kill here.
In the flow. The objective should be ours shortly.
We actually managed to hold the point for the rest of the round with virtually no problem at all. Round 2 went awful. We didn't capture the point once, and we were being overwhelmed by the DPS output. We didn't play as team-oriented as we should have, but we could barely keep up with their DPS regardless. So on to round 3, this game started off much better. I swapped to Zen for Discord Orb, and to make up for my lack of DPS as Lifeweaver, and we managed to capture the first point despite not having the best counters to their newly swapped Vera.
A taste of poison.
The objective is now active.
After successfully holding the enemies to the corner by the truck, both with and without our Zarya, they finally wisened up and took the alternate route and began capturing the point while Zarya was walking back. We took the fight, beat the Zarya, and I was able to stay alive with my Zen ult until I got Pharah ulted. But it's okay because Zarya and Ana are there, right? Right? Actually, yeah, we held to 99% before getting hit with a nice ult dump. Like, nice. Wow. Nice. Nice ult dump. Nice. I admit I should have swapped to BAP for more heals and a hit scan for the Pharah just as added help. But I just wasn't thinking in the moment.
I am unbreakable. Healing fortified.
Enemy turret here.
Justice reigns from above.
This mistake plus more lacking counters, feeding problems, our team was pushed to 99% to tie it up, and I was forced to Zen ult out of the Zarya ult. Otherwise, we lose right then and there, but ultimately, my attempt was futile.
Catch you later.
Team Girl the Mahal. Defeat.
At this point, I decided that Lifeweaver wasn't going to be the best option. In my opinion, as a Lifeweaver main, he provides a great amount of healing with personal survivability, but the problem is that his utility isn't going to be the most useful. And I know that you can play your mains in ranked, especially gold ranked, and do perfectly fine, and I have with Lifeweaver. The problem is I felt like if I was going to be doing well at Lifeweaver, that meant that my teammates could be doing poorly as other characters. And frankly, playing Kiriko like I decided on later would really give me an overall advantage to just helping the team no matter what. With Suzu and Kitsune Rush, it would be a better option guaranteeing that on our team than risking it just to play my favorite support character. And with this, I decided to use Kiriko for the majority of this challenge. There was other times where I swapped to certain characters for different needs, but for the most part, I stayed Kiriko. So I would have shown a little bit more, but the entire first few minutes was just my team killing the enemies, all up until the moment you're about to watch, where enough of us died to get pushed back to the choke, and we almost let the point get captured, but with the 4 living members of my team, we rallied back and got back into the swing of things.
That point belongs to us. I'm here. Gentle rain. Let the Kitsune guide you. That's Fox Tower.
Send them back.
Hi. Nerf this. Come here, Cookie.
30 seconds remaining.
Come on, everyone. Just a little bit longer.
Restoring balance.
Hi, Squirrel. Coming up.
I'm on fire.
After a fair bit of ultimates being thrown back and forth, we were able to successfully stop the enemy team from even capturing the point, which gave us a great advantage for our very own attack. And boy, was it looking promising. I mean, my first ranked win after 2 horrible losses, that genuinely set me back so far.
Hey, a falling star.
Round 1
What's up?
complete.
Hey.
The enemy team actually held us for a little bit, which genuinely surprised me because of how bad they were, but eventually, Ryan and Meg created enough space which allowed us to just collapse on the enemy team and capture the point with a great Kitsune rush, even with our Ryan dying early into the encounter. I honestly don't know what their team did. We picked off 1 support and 1 DPS, yet there wasn't much pushback while we were capping, and because of this, we just picked off the remaining teammates one by one, and we won the game just like that. I mean, just immediately.
Step right up.
Gale the victory.
Oh yeah, I didn't die once, which is kind of an omen for what the Kiri pick ended up being. 0 death Kiriko! Let's go! So in game 4, we once again had a back and forth. My team managed to fight on the point while capturing it, which led to us holding it for a little bit. But the enemy team began to push back and ultimately captured it while simultaneously team wiping us with their ultimates. I feel like McCree's close to me. Yep. Okay, not that close. I got a shot. I got scared. I wasn't reloading. I thought I was lagging out.
Under my protection.
Okay, now I'm lagging bad. Forgot to set up my hotspot.
Taking flight.
Kaiki.
Shiwit, Pokpong Shiwit.
Огонь по готовности.
Oh, god damn it. I'm glad I didn't Kitsune there.
Not on my watch.
Okay, well, now I wish I Kitsune.
Fixating on target. Scaling up. Adaptive circuits engaged. Reinhardt.
Like a gentle rain.
Shit. Damn it. This then led to the enemy team getting too cocky, and we were able to recapture the point because of how far the enemy team pushed up. With every pick, we inched further and further closer to the point until their Zarya fell and the point was once again ours. Dumb.
I just wanted to hang out.
I'm on the objective.
My team pushed up in a very similar way to what you just saw, and it was genuinely scaring me. But what made our attempt different was that the enemy Zarya decided to ult us and run through to the point, which there was no reason to because it wasn't close to overtime. There was like, you'll see how much percentage is left, and then they just horribly staggered because their tank just would walk in and die, and then they had to try and fight the overtime with no tank. And yeah, after they failed a tree push with their Life Weaver, their feeding Zarya let us just, take the first point.
Adaptive circuits engaged.
Sometimes it takes 2.
I was, oh, she self-heals. God damn it. So for round 2, I decided to go Brig. I'm not sure what was going through my mind at the time because they hadn't been playing any dive characters that I could boop, and there wasn't really a good chance I'd boop off the map because it wasn't the right situation. And there wasn't necessarily going to be a lot of close range fighting, so I don't know what that was. I guess I just wanted to play up with the tank and, try and get some Inspire going for some heals. Their tank was low-key kind of throwing. Looking back at the footage, their tank just kept solo fighting and desperately trying to touch the point, which I still don't get. Like, for Doom, you have to push in and hope for a pick, but he used everything to get to us and fight, which then gave him no escape. Then he switched to Malga and just would loudly rush the point just to touch it once again and get melted. It was basically a 4v5. It was either a 4v5 or a 1v5. The biggest struggle or setback in this game was the overtime countdown getting reset. That's the most resistance we faced in round 2, so pretty pathetic.
Heroes never die.
That was easy as hell. Let's go. That was fun as Brig. I knew Brig would be good on Ilias. I just don't think she would be good on Ruins, but maybe she would. It's pretty close. This game, out of all 10 in the video, I would probably blame more on my teammates than anything on myself. Game 5, on Paraiso, we were able to push up to the bridge and actually play the corner towards point, which was pretty good considering how quickly we got there. But after some bad positioning by both me, our tank, and our other support, our Zarya promptly fell, and this just halted our push. Our tank then decided to come back as Winston, and as a newly appointed monkey enjoyer, this was now a good idea because he had a way to get out of the fight while still being able to manage the diva. We also were able to capture the point, and a very purposeful, not in any way lucky headshot on the baby diva solidified our point capture.
The battle ignites me. Taking the objective.
After the payload started moving, the enemy team sat at the end of their first straight road. Besides their Reaper, who was the only real problem, and it was still a big one. Before killing him, he had gotten a few picks and even a double ult kill, but once we dealt with him, we started to make progress. I don't remember the Doom swap, but regardless, the same premise was there, and we were able to frag and pressure the team to get to point 1. Well, almost. Point capture thing?
Carried on the wind.
Damn, our tank is crazy.
Hey, under my protection.
Yeah, definitely saving my ult. I'm not gonna just ult dump now. Nice ult dump, nice. After a nice Kitsune rush, we were able to get right back on track.
Soothing your wounds.
I'll never miss my mark.
Let the Kitsune.
Probably didn't need a rush there, but
Don't let up. We don't have much time. Thanks for the touch-up. You all right?
dude, I can't see him because of Doomfist's fat ass.
Like a gentle rain.
Accidental headshot, you love to see it. We did a great job pushing the enemies back and pushing the payload, but we were running out of time, and it got to the point where any mistake could just end our push.
Guide you.
Oh, that's not good. No!
Systems on optimal level.
Oh, Doom got res. That's good. Shit, I'm not there for cleanse. Shouldn't have played like that then. Damn it, I forgot.
Is approaching its
I like my
destination.
wings. Let's go.
Oh well. Well, that could have gone better. But we did make good progress, so let's see what we can do on defense now that we aren't diving. Speaking of diving, this attempt would be a belly flop because this shit hurt, and boy was it be getting a sting. Most of my team got decimated, leaving me and Sigma to fend for ourselves while the enemy team quite literally just captured the point. Like, we were stuck in the room, and there was nothing we could do about it without just dying.
I'm not so sure.
Objective lost.
That's crazy.
Soothing your wounds.
Supernova!
Shit. I mean, our tank going brazy. Okay. Don't make me Kitsune this room, bitch.
I'm here.
Don't worry a sec.
That feels better. Let me balance you out.
Thanks for the help.
Sigma. Even though my tank made a unique rotation, we were still able to catch up with the enemy team and stop their push for a little bit.
My barrier is down.
Freeze! Don't move!
I'll lead the way.
You're all good. Stop the payload from moving.
Why am I not healing?
Take cover! The barrier cannot withstand much weight. He's under attack!
Of course, then our Torb decides to 1v5, die, and then our other support died, which put us at a big disadvantage, but somehow we pulled through and held on even longer. Watching the footage back, my other support and one DPS managed to die like every fight, and I have no clue how. Really makes you wonder how differently this game would have gone if that, I don't know, didn't happen.
Actuating the barrier.
Of course, Sigma, May, and I could only hold on for so long, but when our whole team is alive, we were able to hold different chokes and angles really well because Sigma knows how to section off the map properly, but that didn't really matter when a Nano Diva bombs your Ana and then leads their team to numerous picks and almost fully pushed the payload. Right, we're gonna lose.
The barrier appears.
Uh-oh, the payload's moving.
The enemy outnumbers us.
Our Bastion's 16 and 11. Things were looking up though in the end. We held on for quite some time until their Pharah figured out she could kill us with no effort because our Bastion, who already couldn't kill her, swapped to Junkrat. Our hitscan dies to Pharah. Oh my god. Our hitscan dies to Pharah so he gets off hitscan? You've got to be shitting me. Yeah, tough loss. I don't want to spend a lot of this video being like, oh, it's my teammate's fault I lost, because you're not going to get better thinking that way. But this game genuinely was not helped by teammates. Yes, there are ways that me, Sigma, and May could have carried a lot, especially if we're just genuinely good. And maybe we made mistakes somewhere along the line. But this game, most of all, I just felt like our teammates really did not help, just dying in weird ways, especially other support. That time the Torb died, that could have been okay. Many times he could have died and, whatever. But one support and one DPS to back up a tank is really difficult against a full team of 5 people. And so I would probably say that of all the games in this video, this would be the one that I blame majority on my teammates. So this game started with a lot of back and forth once again. After constant pick trading, my team finally got the upper hand with the help of my Kitsune rush, and we managed to just rush the point and successfully capture it.
I'm on the objective.
I feel like I'm lagging, Jesus Christ.
Yourself to me.
He punched in? Or oh, he speared him. No, what just happened? Where'd the Doom go? For some reason, the enemy team just wanted us to push the payload all the way, because not only did they stagger and die easily, but they just never had a team fight after we captured the point. Like, once the game forced them not to push us as a team, there was just no teamwork.
Let the Kitsune guide you. Under my protection.
Approaching its destination.
Meet your fate.
That's Fox power.
I offer something more.
I'm with you.
Let them out.
Soothing your... Freeze! Don't move! I thought this would be harder. Hey there!
All right, Kiriko, calm down. We still have to defend. On defense, their tank had no idea how to play with the team, which made it super easy to defend. And we defended the point until they paired ults with their charged up Zarya. I tried Kitsune rushing, but it wasn't enough, and I don't know why I turned and tried to run instead of healing Orisa a little bit more, so that didn't help either.
Let the Kitsune guide you.
What? Damn it. We had a few close fights, but we held them for the last 2 minutes of their push, and they decided to switch off Zarya and Sombra, which were the only reasons they could push us back and get kills. So this switch just guaranteed our win.
Engage those hostiles.
Meet your fate. Victory.
It was also at this time that I decided to ask a question to the lobby. I wanted to know if I was playing in a gold lobby as a projected gold, or playing in an unranked lobby with others progressing towards the same goal. And yeah, they're also doing placements. I wasn't sure how obvious this was, but I wanted to see if I was projected my rank because I was playing against the ranks I was, being shown, or if that was just kind of how it was gauged for everyone in the same lobby. I don't remember how the last system worked, but I feel like because at the top it would show the match rank, that possibly I could be playing with already ranked people. I'm not sure about that, but I figured I might as well ask, and it seemed to be that everyone else was doing their placements, or at least the people that messaged. So here I decided to have a little fun and start a Zenyatta, because who doesn't love Discord Orb Zenyatta? And somehow it ended up working out because I could Discord the Hog, but then I realized that the Ana's anti-heal would be annoying for our Rhyme, so I just eventually swapped back to Kiriko. Damn it, dude. I'm shitting on him there. I decided to just stick it out as Zen for now, though, because I was close to a Transcendence, and once I was able to use that to stop one of their attacks, then I could just swap to Kiriko because I'd either die or, just eventually die. But the Transcendence actually, once again, surprisingly helped because of their nanoed Hog. But after this, I was still going to switch because I felt it would be more helpful. Even after the swap, though, it still wasn't easy, and we were struggling to play as a team to stop the others. But after a nice Kitsune, we did stall a bit.
I'm on fire. Just needed a dash of mischief.
Nothing better than a Kitsune rush healing. And honestly, there wasn't much to show. We'd get picks and stop their push. They'd get picks and push further. We'd ult, they'd ult, but somehow it came down to the last seconds, and a nanoed Malga was running in.
Stop the payload from moving. Qzqrz Ginger protects you.
Oh my god, dude, our tank, stay alive. Stay alive. Bastion, I can't heal you enough. Oh, they're C9ing. They're gonna C9. They're gonna C9. They're gonna C9. I did everything I could to keep everyone alive, but it just still wasn't enough. On to round 2. Right out the gates, it was rough. I went Zen for the Hog because we had a Bastion, and my other support went Kiriko, which I can't remember if he picked that before me or not, but I don't know. But then they went Zarya for our Orisa, and even in the choke, we couldn't play as a team to get our push started. Even after this first performance, we somehow did manage to push the payload. Through a nano Zarya?
The Kitsune guide you.
Help me move the payload.
It's crazy how we win a fight when we Kitsune rush. That's all it takes. Okay, I'm starting to think I got carried this game. As I watched through the footage, I was just watching myself come back from spawn so many times to see our cart further and further every time. We got good picks as a team, but my Pharah kept pulling out multi-kills and solidifying our further and further push before the enemies would come back, and yet I was barely there. I had to cut out so much because I was not a part of anything interesting till the end.
Let the Kitsune guide you.
The payload is approaching its destination.
Well, I think it's safe to say I'll have my ult for the Reaper ult.
Kitsune no Kagizune o Takehanate.
Actually, I don't know.
Mom would be proud.
Okay, I did nothing on that bush. Or at least like that last point, honestly, I did nothing. So now it was all tied up and we're going on to round 3. I started this round as Zen again, and it worked out because their Mauga got smoked. But somehow my Bastion and I died to a flanking soldier, and I don't know where the rest of my team was. Like, not to say they're bad, I just genuinely didn't see anyone in the death recap. Like, no one was on the high ground behind us. I don't know where they were. Seikwa-geki! Easy. Damn it. How did they all just die? They're just dead.
Raise upon us. Purified. Taken down.
But anyways, we got a quick defense and didn't allow them to get a point, which was really good. So, final round, round 4, our push. I was starting to get nervous because our push started off horrible. But after my team got some picks, as we were coming back and forth from spawn, we managed to push the cart pretty far, and it came down to the team fight where if I could build up my Kitsune rush, I'd know we win. And I'll just let you see my reaction. If Orisa doesn't die, I can get my Kitsune rush, and we might actually win this. Go! Push! Win the game! Win the game! Win the game! Rah! DPS Kiriko! Get shit on, bitch! Get shit on, bitch! Rah! Oh my god, dude. I don't know how we should not have won that. I don't know how the Orisa was alive. Unless I... So yeah, great win. Ooh. What do I even say for this game? I mean, Blizzard World just sucks. And I hate it. I definitely did not need to play behind the Ana, and I could have teleported and healed better, but we just got murked every fight. It eventually came down to me and Ball, so all I could do was try and frag out, and my reaction says it all.
Under my protection. The breeze brings relief. Diabolical plans cancelled.
We did make a pretty good effort to stop their push when we had a nano 1v1 that ended pretty quickly, and both tanks then decided to dive each other's backlines, and I probably didn't need to Kitsune here because of what happened, but it wasn't a complete waste. My hamster is coming for you. POV dumbest alt combo in the world.
I slept the target.
Devour them.
Restoring balance. Let the Kitsune guide you. Oh, I feel all warm inside.
So here's about when I got tired of the Genji and decided to go a gold player's worst nightmare. Moira. This Moira swap was actually insane because it helped us halt their push all the way to overtime, and we only died because of a major ult dump from the enemies. It's just so much easier to win when you have 3 DPS and still 2 supports. Genji Blade, no problem. Keeping teammates alive, no problem either.
Reforming.
That's fine.
The payload is approaching its destination. Receive my aid. Fate is in my grasp.
Life protects life.
Repairing your cellular makeup.
Your ass, Genji. Your ass. Out of my game, Genji, you dog shit ass player.
Eyes open now. A cure.
What is going on?
Calls.
I think that was such a long stalemate. Round 2 was pretty boring. We captured the point with no problem and just kept stagger respawning, coming back to the cart, and making progress. We quite literally would die one by one and come back, so there wasn't too much to show until this play, where I had to capture the first point. Well, not so much of a play as just playing the game right for once. Once we turned this corner, things started to finally heat up in this round. The enemies would pressure us, and we'd either kill them or their Life Weaver would pull them back. And once that happened, there was no other pressure on point, so we just inch further and further. With their combination of Life Weaver and Ana playing far back and Diva and Symmetra playing up, it made it decently easy for us to get them off the payload. I also don't know where the Genji was, but their team comp was really hindering the way they played. With having such aggressive close range, or at least somewhat dive characters, and having supports that didn't accommodate that playstyle, we just won. I mean, their tank and DPSs would be fighting us point blank, and the supports would be far away. So
I offer something more.
it was pretty hard for them to compete with that.
Yourself to me.
Victory.
It's too easy. Push the robot. What a lovely game mode. How can I summarize this game? Well, first, we got rolled. Then, I got rolled.
Robots are.
I literally Suzu'd. We got rolled again. What the Sigma? What the Sigma? POV 1 support somehow.
They brought one back. Take a reader.
Hey, we took the robot.
Soothing your wounds. Robots ours.
Oh, rolled again.
The battle ignites me.
Sojourn en route.
They took the robot from us.
It is within my reach.
Like, are you kidding me? How do... what happened to the rest of our team? Rolled. Defense.
Guide you.
Need a moment to recharge.
We got him where we want him. Your strike.
Be purified. I'm here. The battle ignites me.
Still rolled. What the fuck is he dying to? Do I even have to say
Push the
anything?
fucking robot!
Yeah, this game's over. It's Jover.
Approaching the final destination.
Let the Kitsune guide you.
Approaching
Tactical visor activated.
Okay, I'm sure there are things I could have done better to win, and there were times where I was selling, but we genuinely couldn't stop the enemy team without ults at any time. Even with Kitsune and stuff, we couldn't win. I think there was just a lack of everything all around. We didn't have enough raw healing to keep Malga alive. We let our DPSs die. DPS couldn't compete with their DPS. And our tank couldn't stay alive when he was playing well, and I don't know, he probably did some stuff too. But yeah, awful game. So for the final game, this was probably one of the longest games, if not the longest game in this video. It was make or break for my rank. We win this game, and I probably go up another final rank, which would be about around gold 1, maybe platinum 5 if they push me up further. But every win I was getting put up by 1, and so I would probably end up being gold 1. We lose this game, and I don't know what it does to my rank, which you might be wondering what my rank was being projected. Throughout this video, I was being projected at about silver 2 all the way up to gold. I usually place around gold and silver in the beginning of every season, but my rank does go up every season I did my placements, and I wanted to see if this new system would change that or help in any way possible. I'll go through the change in my rank after we finish this game, and I'll give my thoughts on the whole process. This game started out very promising because even though our monkey died, we still pushed the cart because of the way the enemies played the high ground. It was like it took them a second to realize we went under them, and then they all dropped off one by one, which combined with our tank coming back, gave us the upper hand in the fight, and we got a good initial push to point 1.
I see an enemy here. Did someone call?
Tu esfuerzo no fue suficiente.
Monkey jumped in a little too deep, which pushed us back, but after a quick Kitsune rush, we got right back on track and captured 2.
You cannot escape me.
The payload has reached.
Inside the building, we had a little bit of the same problem of getting picked off, but once we came back, Winston was able to constantly pressure their spawn, and meanwhile, we pushed the cart the entire distance, which made up for a quick and easy successful push. Oh shit. Yep. Most impactful Reaper ult. Somehow the enemy team managed to actually play the game and then held us to overtime. But like before, we just pressured them and won the game. I don't know why it took so long, but it did.
The breeze brings relief.
There we go. We got the Reaper. Now we just have a mediocre ass hog to kill, and now we get the 3rd
We're running
point.
out of time. Keep attacking.
Of course, we did it with no time, and we're probably gonna go to overtime now, and we're gonna lose because we're gonna go to overtime.
Complete.
Round 2, defense was off to a hot start with Bastion getting multiple kills from high ground, Winston constantly on the enemy's heads, and our squishies playing safely and spread out on the high ground. Kind of a crack addict for just attacking the Reaper like that, like just going balls deep into the Reaper.
You're all good.
Hog said bye, Anna. We kind of did the same thing they did where the cart got pushed underneath us, but we then realized, scrambled to stop them, which resulted in us not effectively fighting them, and so it cost us our lives.
Now go get him.
Oh, fuck. Shit. Now our monkey became a Sigma male, and we already started stopping their push again.
Let the Kitsune guide you.
Please, Kitsune healing. Please, Kitsune healing.
Healed.
Thank fuck. We held this doorway for a while before I got 1-2 comboed by Symmetra and Hanzo, just blindly firing at anything that moved, which then caused a domino effect, and that led them push the cart halfway to the 2nd point. Yeah, not good. We were once more a full team, but we still couldn't stop them from getting the 2nd. A while back, the enemy swapped to Zarya and Symmetra, and somehow that was all it took for our team to completely crumble. And I genuinely thought I was going to end my placements on the loss. Fucking kidding me.
Life protects life.
Oh my god, and I got the point.
Receive my aid.
The barrier has fallen.
They've got us outnumbered. Let's stop it.
Its destination.
Not good. Огонь по готовности.
They're pushing the payload. They're pushing the payload.
Is 60 seconds.
The spring flows anew.
We must keep our
Yahi paramvastavik ahead.
their goals.
I love how you can't teleport as Kiriko. I can't believe I even have to say we're here, but here we are. Round 3. Round 3 was pretty much same old, same old. We pushed the cart right in front of the enemies and held on until our tank came back, and then we made our grand push and got really far again. Alright, thank you. Jesus fuck. I bounced WTF. What the?
Perfect hit.
Do you not know you can get bounced by a chunk rat?
The payload has been secured.
Somehow we're still pushing the payload.
10 seconds remaining.
10 seconds. Jesus Christ. I mean, frankly, at this point, we just stay alive as long as possible. I don't really know how much we can push it. Reaper's somehow gonna get his ult, I feel like. Oh, he's dead. Never mind. We had a quick pit stop at point 1, but a Kitsune rush helped us once again kill the entire enemy team and move on.
Enemy location.
I should be able to get... Dude, I should be able to get Kitsune. We could push it even further.
EMP activated. Rocket barrage incoming.
Let the Kitsune guide you. Be healed.
Dude, why am I getting a call from Winchester?
Thanks for the touch-up.
Winston went forward to hold him off as we pushed, but it ended up not working out this time because not only did he die, but then the enemies came from the shortcut he was in, which got them to the point quicker and ultimately got us killed and ended our push. It's on God, gang. Shit, that's not ours.
Round 3.
Oh well, oh well, oh well. Oh, that's good distance, good distance. Yes, I could have teleported, but he did die before I could even react. This wasn't a bad distance, but it all came down to what we could do on defense. We stayed monkey, which was good. I think the Sigma pick was good, but their counter picks were better. So staying monkey was best case scenario. You might say, well, what if they pick a Reaper? We already dealt with that, and it was no problem at all somehow. So we started the round off with our monkey dying, but for some reason that still wasn't enough for the enemy team, and they played scared long enough for monkey to come back.
60 seconds remaining.
We must get
Soothing
them
your
off
wounds.
the payload.
We shaved a good time off though. Frankly, we
Carried on the wind.
could actually manage to defend them if we can just get them off the point and let the overtime thing run down.
Remaining.
Do they have one? They do have one. But right after our team quite literally spread out across the place and every fight was basically a 1v5, I was able to make it out alive, but no one else could come back in time to stop their push, and we were held to almost the exact distance we got.
I'm on fire. Shouldn't have put your head there.
Your end is within.
I'm with you.
Everything came down to this very fight. One mistake and we're dead, resulting in a loss and completely destroying my raid. Everything goes right and we win. Well, all I needed was my Kitsune flash.
The battle breaks me.
No! I would have gotten played the game if I Suzu'd myself.
Victory.
And just like that, we win, and the game was over. Okay, the end, goodbye. I'm just kidding. So, in the end, I do think I learned a lot. Frankly, the way the ranked works is very weird in terms of predicted placements. But yeah, even after the whole fiasco with just it not going up after a win, which I understand that's a part of the new system of an easy win doesn't result in as much progress as a hard-fought win. But honestly, even though I placed the same rank I got last season and for the first time ever didn't go up a rank in my placements, I do feel like this rank system at the very least will be better for grinding ranked. Maybe not placements. It might not be any different for placements. I think I should have gotten gold 1. I think that win should have just put me up another rank. I don't think it should have stayed gold 3 twice. There's nothing I can really do about that now, and I do want to play ranked because I can't get a gold weapon, so I might as well at least try and grind out a jade weapon for now. Some of the things I definitely learned, and at the time, like while I was doing this, I was watching some, I think, Flats videos. A lot of the videos were like silver and gold rank, and at that point, like most games around gold and silver is when it comes down to you just have to learn mechanics. You have to get good game sense, and you can't just rely on good aim. One of the things was playing too far back, especially with an Ana. If I'm playing Kiriko, I should not be behind an Ana. And one of the major things I do now is I make sure that I just teleport in and Suzu my feet, Suzu the ground with the enemy, or with the teammate, because that healing alone could save my teammate. I definitely need to be more liberal with my teleporting because I save it. Lifeweaver, I do play a little passive when it comes to trees and pulls, and that's just because, frankly, there's really not a lot of reasons to pull people as Lifeweaver. If they go off the map, that's a different thing. If it's in the middle of an ult, like I pull people out of Sigma ults, that's a different thing. But just because a Doomfist gets low or a Venture gets low doesn't mean they need to be pulled, and if they have their abilities up, they could get out of the fight. I definitely should tree more, and I do that. Sometimes I think when I play ranked, I play a little scared, a little passive, and I don't use abilities when I should. But definitely, and this is for all Lifeweaver mains, if you have your tree and you feel pressured on heals, even the slightest bit, just tree. Out of the way, block off an enemy choke, not to where you can't get the kills, but, just in a way where it's not in the way. And I've stopped putting the tree on the cart because I feel like sometimes people want to fight on top of the cart, or at least shoot over it. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you want. If you didn't like it, dislike it. If it's too long, you didn't have to watch it all, you can dislike it. But there's two things, and I usually ask for comments, and this one is not just for engagement. I genuinely want to know, was this video too long? Was it the right length? Did you like the voiceover editing and the talking during the gameplay as opposed to just having long gameplay? Because like I said, this almost ended up being 2 hours long, and I was able to cut it more than half by doing it the way I did and only showing the most important parts. I also want to know, should I do this again for DPS, but only doing Venture? I'm not going to do tank. I'm not good at tank. But for DPS, I genuinely want to, just because. But I feel like I could do a video of only doing Venture, and it would take some time to learn how to play them. I do really think a Venture-only placement as a gold player could be very interesting, because not a lot of people know how to play against them yet. So it could be very interesting. So comment that down below. A bunch of stuff is linked down below if you're curious about anything else. That should be it. Thanks for watching this long video. If you stuck out to the end, you're amazing. If not, you're still amazing. Thanks for watching. Peace.